Allow me to introduce the Bestiary Boy. Using the RuneScape wiki as our guide, we are going to be taking on all monsters that RuneScape has to offer, no matter how small or how large. Welcome to Besting the Bestiary. Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another episode of Besting the Bestiary. In the last episode, we started from combat bracket 75, experiencing quite a few quests, getting our first combat achievement, and we also faced our fears down at the Dagannoth Kings, ending the episode up at combat bracket 76. Today we begin from combat 77. Enjoy the video. We're sneaking back into the tunnels for the first monster in combat 77. We're here for a skeleton. According to the little gallery section on the wiki, we have 4 different variants of these to take out, so let's get it done. Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have opened the Barrow's chest in the last video. I have to find the tunnel again. And that is all the variants of the Barrow's skeleton taken out. We've got the last of the regular ghosts to take on now. I see 4 variants or so, but I'll evaluate it as I go, of course. And that looks to be all the variants from what I can see. The next monster on the list is a feral vampire, and these ones are not in the regular places in Mauritania, no. They are in the God Wars dungeon, but also the wilderness one, which is where we're going to go because we can't get to the main one. Feral vampire down. The other ones all look the same here, so we can just get right out of here. Anyone else get PTSD when they come down here? No? Just me? Fair enough. It's been a while since we've had to come to the Nightmare Zone. This time we have the second form of the Witch's Experiment, which means we also need to kill the first form again to make it spawn. Of course it's the hard mode variant, and we just gotta hope that we can get it straight away in the first spawning, or else it'll, be mildly annoying. Damn, alright, well, first attempt wasted. Round 2, failed. Hey, third time's a charm. So obviously I just gotta take out this form first. Oh, 82 strength popping in there as well. And that is the Spider Witch's Experiment down. And there's the bear, but we gotta get out of here for now. Only lost 70 something K at least, so that wasn't too bad. Luckily it wasn't much more. There are just 2 monsters that we can't kill in this combat bracket that are left. Those are the Skeleton in Tarn's Lair, which is, just like all the other Tarn's Lair monsters we run into. And we're also locked out of Barbarian Assault, so we can't take the Penance Fighter of Wave 9. Okay, so this combat bracket is a little bit of a joke, and you'll see why in a minute after I, get through this monster. But we're here to take out a jelly. So before I filmed the last episode, I was actually thinking about this combat bracket, and I was, getting all excited about a full helm upgrade because it's going to be like a massive jump in comparison to, the Addy full that I got. But, since we got the Rune Med helm last level, it is a bit less of a jump. But still a jump nonetheless. So I'm obviously still going to be getting one, so don't worry about that. After I kill the jelly for the list, I will be chilling here until I get a rune full helm. Now in terms of the jellies, it looks like there are just the 2 variants, which is more of the blue coloured ones, and then the other ones are like a slightly greener coloured ones. So both of those will be going down now. You know what? I am going to talk about the rest of the combat bracket now before I farm this rune full helm. So the jelly was all we could kill in this combat bracket. I did tell you that it was a little bit of a joke. The next monster in here is called a Doubt, and it is part of the fight with the Inadequacy, which we will have to wait until combat bracket 343 to take on. I will now see you when I get my rune full helm. Hey, we got it. Look at it on the ground there. Ooh, very nice. Alright, we are now a rune full helm gamer. Alright, so I want you to take your bets. How many jellies did it take for me to get it? It's a 1 in 128 drop. You have 5 seconds to guess. Okay, so if you guessed 105, you're wrong. It was 158 of them. If you did not guess the correct number, well then that means you've got to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your service. And if you did get the right answer, you can just sub. I think that's a good compromise. We'll begin combat 79 with a trip to the Wilderness God Wars dungeon to take on another Aviancy. Now, there are 2 Aviancies at level 79 listed on the bestiary. I'm just going to hope that they're both at the Wilderness one, or else we'll have to, take out the one that's there and then get the other one at a later time. We're here. Let's take a look. I don't like that I can see drops on the ground. I am going to hop. Excellent. Alright, so let's see if I can find them. Ah, we found one of them. While I kill this one, I will look for the other one. Okay, down goes this Aviancy. I'm not sure which one it is just at the moment in terms of 1 or 2 on the list, but I'll tick it off and you'll see it in a second. I couldn't see the other one while I was killing this one. I will have a little bit more of a closer look though. Yeah, so I tagged all the Aviansies that aren't level 79, and there's only one level 79 that are here, which is the one I've already killed. And also that one is the number 2 variant according to the bestiary list, which means the other one is in the main God Wars dungeon, unfortunately. Let's stick with the wildy theme. We're taking on our first normal sized dragon, which is, you know, the green dragon. So they're just a little north of the Ferox Enclave here, so I'll just, you know, talk here real quick. There's a few different dragon color schemes and, you know, a few little differences in them. So we've got a couple to take out. It looks like there's 5 of them according to the little gallery section at the bottom of the green dragon page. I don't know if I'll get interrupted by people, we'll see. I do, you know, kind of look like a bot, especially with the shield on. Beautiful. I mean, I guess the wildy is kind of dead, so I don't know why I thought I might get interrupted, but you know, here we go. All 5 of the different variants were here in the same spot, which makes my life very easy. But we also have dragons unlocked, which is pretty sick if you ask me. It's tortoise time. Just the ones without the riders for now. We'll be back in probably a couple of episodes to take on the ones with riders. And now we are crypt diving again. This time we're after the giant crypt spider in the barriers tunnels, so let's see how we go. Awesome, just the one type of spider down here, so that was easy. Back to Soul Wars, but not for a ghost this time. We're here after a wolf. Let's see if we can escape death from the enemies again. Oof, first one here to the wolf section? Damn. And that is the wolf down, let's get the hell out of here. So this combat has unfortunately left us with quite a lot that we can't do, so here's the breakdown of that. I'll start with the Aviancy I mentioned a little bit earlier. So that Aviancy is named the number 1 variant and is unfortunately only in the main God Wars dungeon, not the wilderness version, so I have to wait till Troll Stronghold. There's a Ghast, which this one is found during the temple trekking minigame, unlike the weaker ones which are just found, you know, in that swamp area near like the Nature's Grotto. We have me in all forms, that being the female, male and the Nightmare Zone versions. However, I will say that I believe I will only be able to fight one of the 2 forms, either the male or the female, because they appear in the Lunar Diplomacy quest, and I think I'll be knocked out of the area like after the fight, similar to how the Arzinian thing worked. But I'm not sure how it operates, but in the Nightmare Zone I may be able to change my character's gender and take on 2 different variants of me in the Nightmare Zone, but you know, obviously we have to wait until we finish Lunar Diplomacy to even check any of that. We have the River Troll, the Rock Golem and the Tree Spirit, which are all monsters that appear in the Enchanted Valley. Unfortunately, this requires fairy ring access, which we won't have for a while. Also, these ones are highlighted in yellow because they are also exception monsters. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to take these guys out at this combat level because they scale with my combat level, and I don't know what level I'll be when it's time to actually hit the Enchanted Valley, so when I get there, we'll cross that bridge. We've also got a Sea Troll, which is part of the Swansong quest, but we're locked out of that until at least Combat 93, and then it depends on what order things come in the quest. We've got the Torture, which is a pest control monster, and also I've always said that we're going to pest control when we can take on all the monsters, so I've changed the little note section to reflect that. 129 combat is the pest control bracket. And lastly, there's Vyeldi, which is found during the Legends quest, but there's still, at the very least, a combat 170 monster to get through before this. We're taking on a real Shade. They're in the deeper part of the underground area at the Shades of Morton minigame. I did save some keys from the last time I went in, so I think I can just zoom in with no problems, but I'm really not sure how the catacombs here work at the moment because of the rework, so I may have to farm another Shade to get a key to access the area, but I'll see you shortly. Damn, okay, I can't get through with this key. So I think I have to farm the Fringe Shades, and then I'll look it up and I'll figure it out. Steel key acquired, so that's nice. That was, pretty quick. And bam, we're in the next section. Now to take on one of these real Shades. It's time to kill a mammoth, and luckily, unlike in Ice Age, they're not practically extinct here. They're just a small trek south from Ferox Enclave. There's lots of restrictions again for us in this combat bracket, unfortunately. Cave horrors are unable to be killed because we can't finish Cabin Fever. There's the Defiler, which is another pest control monster. We've got a giant skeleton found in the Shadow Dungeon, so we can't get there because we can't do any of Desert Treasure. And there's a series of monsters that are locked behind the innate of the Myaki questline, because they're all found in the temple trekking minigame. So these are the giant snail, the real Shadow, which looks like the shade we just took out before, but it's, in the minigame, and also the swamp snake. And finally, we've got a zombie found in Tarn's lair. It's been a while since we've had to go to the Abyss for something, but we're on our way there to take out an Abyssal Walker. Here we are, and there's plenty of walkers to choose from. And down it goes. Oh, medium pouch. Not that I'm really training runecrafting. This is basically the Wildy episode, isn't it? We get to take on another chonky Bloodveld boy. This is another God Wars monster though, but luckily it is in the Wilderness version. So let's get it done. Alright, is there anyone here? Just a level 100? Alright, let's ignore him and hope he does the same for me. Bloodveld time. We're taking on an Ogre Chieftain now. There's a few locations that we can kill them, but there's only one location which doesn't require us to get any further requirements, which is right here in the Eastern Feldip Hills. The other locations are inside Gutanoth, but you know, we haven't progressed far enough into the Watchtower quest to get in there just yet. I've come to the ZMI altar now to do some casual runecrafting. I just really feel like training my runecrafting up after getting those pouches. Yeah, no, okay, screw that. We're actually here to kill a Zamorak Ranger. And it is time to spend some money again. We've got another construction monster to create and then to destroy. It's the huge spider this time, and we're getting our construction up to 86 for this one. I have a feeling I don't have enough planks in the bank anymore, so if I run out I'll have to go back to cutting oaks and making planks the old-fashioned way. Let's see how we go. Oh, actually, I forgot that I had the banked XP plug-in on Runelite, and I have discovered that we do have enough planks, thankfully. Actually, there's enough to get us to level 88, and also if I was to buy the Carpenter's outfit, it would only give me like 4k more experience, so I might just keep spending reward points on more planks and whatnot. I'll see how I feel. I still haven't decided how I want to play those out, but that will come into play on the next construction grind regardless, because this one, I have enough planks. Oh, I'm starting this grind from 82, by the way. That's what we got to last time, and it's, you know, straight mahogany homes if you didn't get that. And that is 83 construction. 84? 85. You know what? I just decided to get the Carpenter's outfit anyways. I had enough points, and I suppose, you know, it will help me in the long run, so, you know, I just figured I might as well. We're only 155,000 experience until 86, and the huge spider as well, so let's get after it. And here we are at 86 construction. Very, very nice. Now we're just going to go to the house and get it set up. Also, I may have forgotten to mention how much the huge spider costs to actually build, and that is 200k coins. A little bit expensive, but you know, not bad overall. Now I'm just going to remove the oldest monster and replace that with the spider, and then we'll, you know, take it out. And there is the huge spider down. Also, I think I'm gonna start woodcutting in between videos, like, you know, when I'm editing and whatnot, most likely. I'm thinking the teak tree southwest of Castle Wars so that I can stockpile some logs to make some planks with, because we definitely don't have enough for 99, and of course, you know, I have to get to 99 for one of the monsters later on down the track. I feel like I need to prepare in advance for that one. I haven't done any off-camera woodcutting since like episode 3 or something, so I think it's time to bring it back. Probably won't show much about that unless, you know, I get a pet or something. But with all that said, we are done for Combat 81 for now. And here's what's left. So I'll talk about Het first, because you may remember this guy from the last episode when we were doing Ixthlorin's little helper quest. This is the other guardian that we couldn't kill. I'll tick him off the list now because he's just actually unable to be killed anymore, but I just wanted to explain that briefly. This Cyclops is found in the God Wars dungeon, but unfortunately not the Wilderness one. There's 2 monsters locked behind Tarn's lair in this combat bracket. Those are the variant of the skeleton and also a zombie. And that is going to be the end for this video as well. Firstly, I will say that I really am liking HD, and I didn't see too many for or against people in the comments, but you know, I mean, it kind of makes sense since we're not that big of a channel, but I will have a think about it and we'll see for the future. But thank you all for watching. Subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon. See you later.